Imagine standing in front of a mysterious door, locked for years. You feel curiosity, but also fear. What lies on the other side? Riches, opportunities, or perhaps unexpected challenges. Many people spend their entire lives staring at that door without ever having the courage to open it. But what if I told you that on the other side could be the financial transformation you've always dreamed of? The truth is, most people live in a comfort zone, stuck in exhausting routines and limiting beliefs that prevent them from seeing new possibilities. They see success as something distant, accessible only to a select group of privileged individuals. But what separates those who achieve financial freedom from those who spend their lives struggling to pay bills isn't luck. It's knowledge and action. And here's the big question. How many opportunities have passed you by because you didn't recognize them? How many times have you held back out of fear of the unknown, while others move forward and reap the rewards of courage? Today, we're going to open that door together. In this video, you'll discover how to turn small steps into big financial victories. We'll explore strategies that can change the way you handle money, investments, and more importantly, how you see your own potential. If you've ever felt that you could be closer to financial freedom but don't know where to start, stay with me until the end. Every minute could be the turning point you've been waiting for. And believe me, once you understand these strategies, you'll wish you had started sooner. And you know what's most interesting? Just like that mysterious door, many opportunities in life seem scary at first, but hold unexpected treasures. Remember the story of those riders who, on a dark night, were instructed to pick up stones during their journey? The next day, they discovered the stones were diamonds. Happy to have something valuable, but sad they hadn't taken more. This story teaches us something profound. Often in life, we're called to do things that seem insignificant or difficult, but in the future, they turn out to be essential for our growth and success. How many opportunities have passed you by, and you didn't notice? How many times have you hesitated out of fear or doubt? The lesson here is clear. Trust the process, even when you don't understand the why. And speaking of trust, have you ever stopped to think how the past can influence your future? Often, we get stuck in memories that limit us, as if what happened before is a sentence for what's to come. But the truth is, the future is a blank canvas, and you are the artist who can paint new possibilities. Renewing hope is essential. When our memories of the past become stronger than our aspirations for the future, life begins to lose meaning. But you have the power to start over, to set new goals and dreams. The past is a necessary step, but it shouldn't be a burden that holds you back. And you know what's even more interesting? The most magical moments in life often aren't planned. They arise from everyday situations, like a conversation at the supermarket or a casual encounter. The magic of life lies in surprises and opportunities that appear when we least expect them. How many times have you experienced something like that? A moment that changed everything, but you never imagined it could happen? The lesson here is to be present, attentive to the now, because that's where opportunities appear. And to take advantage of these opportunities, you need something fundamental: self-esteem. No one can give what they don't have. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. If you don't communicate with yourself, you can't communicate with others. Self-esteem is a foundation for everything in life, including the ability to communicate effectively. And communication, my friends, is the key to success in the age of knowledge. Today, the most valuable currency isn't money, it's knowledge. And knowledge only has value when it's shared, when it's communicated clearly and effectively. And how do you communicate well? Through stories and metaphors. Jesus, for example, used parables to teach spiritual lessons. Stories have the power to touch people's hearts and convey complex messages in a simple and memorable way. Imagine a mechanic who fixes a ship with a simple hammer strike. He charges a lot, not for the strike, but for the knowledge. The story teaches us that the value lies in what we know, not just in what we do. And that's a powerful lesson for all of us. But to communicate well, you need to understand the other person. Communication isn't just about speaking. It's about listening and understanding. It's a two-way street. And this brings us to another crucial point: forgiveness. Holding on to resentment from the past limits our future and prevents us from moving forward. Forgiving isn't just an act of love. It's also an act of intelligence. It's like letting go of a hot coal you were holding, waiting for the other person to get burned. When we forgive, we free ourselves from pain and make room for a more promising future. And speaking of the future, have you ever thought about how it influences the present? Anticipating something good in the future can bring joy to the present. Imagine planning a trip and already feeling happy just thinking about it. The future shapes the present, just as the present can recreate the past. We can't change what's already happened, but we can change how we interpret those events. A lady who lost the aunt who raised her and could no longer visit the farm where it happened. By reinterpreting her aunt's death as an act of love, she was able to overcome the pain and rebuild her relationship with her husband. The past doesn't change, but the way we see it can transform everything. And finally, I want to leave you with a message of hope. Life is like a roller coaster with ups and downs, moments of joy and challenges, but it's all part of the journey. We can't control everything, but we can choose how to react. And every small action we take can make a big difference. Remember the story of the young man throwing starfish back into the ocean? He couldn't save them all, but for each one he saved, it made all the difference. That's what life is like. Maybe you can't change the whole world, but you can change someone's world, and that's already worth it. So, what will you do with everything you've heard today? How will you use these lessons in your life? Remember, everything is worthwhile when the soul isn't small. New paths are ahead of you, and God is by your side, lighting your way. Make the most of every moment, live with purpose, and never stop believing in the power of your choices.